All right, we are live, and this is a test to see how the X-Files hangout is going to go in January. And if it's a success, I'm going to pick some episodes from each season and we can discuss them. This episode is a classic episode, and me being semi-new to the X-Files, makes the third time because I rewatched it before this hangout. Third time of watching it, and Henry. Congratulations, man. This is your first time. And and this is like one of the top 10 of my favorite episodes of the X-Files. It is so freaking good. And let's dab into this. It's season 4, episode 2, Home. And Henry, I want to hear your thoughts about this.
Well, you warned me this was going to be an effed up episode,
Let's cuss.
and
Let's go ahead and cuss. Let's go ahead and
it's a
cuss.
fucked up episode.
All right.
You warned me about it, and I was like, oh yeah, I was eagerly anticipating to see if indeed your prophecy was correct, and indeed.
Oh my god, it was totally fucked up. It was messed up to from the time they buried the baby to the ending of it. It was all fucked up. But and the writers of this episode, Glenn Morgan and James Wong. Let me look that up. Make sure I'm getting them right because I just don't want to mess up the two brainchilds behind this. Glenn Morgan and James Wong, they write some of the best episodes of the X-Files, and watch out for those names because those episodes are the best. Next to Vince Gilligan's, and that's the only one that's fucked up because what happened was is that at season 2, they decided to quit the show and go on and create their own show. So they didn't write any episodes for season 3. Well, they came back for season 4, and they decided, you know what, let's make a statement. And that was the very first episode with Glenn Morgan and James Wong back on the X Files. And boy, did they made a statement.
Oh man.
So
Yeah, I
let's
mean,
let's get into this. The teaser of this. You have these 3 people, basically getting aborting this baby. And we don't know who this woman is. We don't know who these people are. And you see them taking this baby out of her stomach and cutting the umbilical cord, going out into the fucking woods and started burying this thing. I'm like, holy shit.
yeah, I mean, it really sets the hook. The opening teaser really sets the hook, and you're just thinking, I've got to see what happens next. What is going on here? You know.
Yeah, what the fuck is going on? What's going on? What's going to happen next? It sets the tone for the whole episode too.
Yeah.
And all right, so you see them fucking burying this baby, and which, by the way, Kim Manners, he directs a whole bunch of these episodes, and he does really great directorial work on the episodes, and he did fine, great directorial work on this episode. He said that this episode was a classic horror film, and that he had really hard time directing the footage of the point of view of the baby shot of where the baby was getting buried, and you see the shovel going on top of the baby. He had a really hard time directing that.
Oh man. And of course, the way the baby is found is, these kids are out there playing baseball, and one of them steps on the spot where the buried baby is, and
oh my god, yeah,
gushing up blood. Ugh.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Oh, let's go back real quick for the baby. You actually hear the baby crying when it's buried, and oh my god! And Fox, they said they didn't want to put that on the air. They said they did not want to have that baby crying. But Chris Carter, the creator of the X Files, won, and they left that in.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of the most controversial. This is one of the most controversial episodes of TV I've seen.
Oh my, it is. And this episode has never aired on a repeat until like 97, 98, 99, somewhere along there. It was quite a while before that re-aired again.
Hmm. I mean, I can see why. I mean, very very volatile, very controversial. I
Oh
mean,
yeah, most definitely.
to have them bury a baby. Oh man.
Oh my God, that would not even air if it was today's TV.
Mm-mm.
They would, if it did air, that show would be freaking canceled because you have all
Hmm.
these people writing in and say, "Oh, why did they have to bury the baby? Why do they have to do that? Why do they have to do?" Yeah, but going forward, like you said, some kids found the baby and they stomped on it, and blood came pouring out of the ground, and you see the little baby hand. Oh my
Uh,
God. So
yeah.
Henry, so this is just the beginning of it. We haven't even got to the climax of this yet.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting into this, and
But
we see.
there's a whole tone of this episode, and from what I understand, that this tone is about change and about home. And once we get into that, Henry, you probably will. Once I explain to you of why Scully and Mrs. Peacock, that's the mother of this whole ordeal,
Hmm.
and her conversation between the two. You'll understand why they had that conversation once we get into it. But
Hmm.
we get to meet the sheriff and good old Andy Taylor.
and
I
he
think
was
it'd
a
be.
he
Go
was a
ahead.
black man. He was a black man too.
I think it would have been a little bit funnier if they actually got Andy Griffith to play
That
Andy Taylor.
would have
But
been interesting.
but I don't think Andy Griffith would sign off on this at all.
No, no.
The guy that played Andy Taylor asked the crew if this show was always so dark, and they said this is the first time that they had to deal with this. So this is the first and probably only episode that it touched on this darkness. But did this make you want to watch even more X Files, Henry, after this episode?
Oh yeah, definitely.
But I asked you right after you watch it, you gonna watch any more? No, too much for me, man.
Well, I wasn't. No, what I meant was I wasn't gonna watch any more for that night, or
For that, yeah.
I mean, that's not to say that I wouldn't watch more episodes. It's just that, wow, that one.
Oh,
Huh.
wait until you get to season two. We'll probably discuss this. I might do it like an episode every other week or every 2 weeks or such. But good thing about these monsters of the week episode is that it doesn't spoil anything because they're standalone episodes. They don't really contribute to the whole mythologically arc for this whole the UFO conspiracy. It doesn't correlate with that.
But interestingly enough, the sheriff had a deputy named Barney, but his last name was not Fife.
It was Pastor.
Yeah, it was Pastor.
Barney. So you have Andy Griffith, not Andy Griffith, but
Andy
Andy
Taylor
Taylor and Barney
and Barney.
Pastor in this small town of I don't know what the small town was. I don't think they really touched on the name of it.
Let's see. Didn't Scully make a mention of Mayberry before the sheriff showed up?
It was Mulder. Mulder said
Oh, it
Mayberry.
was Mulder. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the sheriff shows up, Andy Taylor. I'm like, whoa.
He got excited, and then when he said, "Meet my deputy Barney," 5.
Yeah.
Sure. But
I love the references to Andy Griffith, Andy Griffith show.
yeah, I know. I love. Yeah, these references are freaking awesome.
And then when they get the baby, they take it to the sheriff's office and they take it in the bathroom. I guess that's about the only place they could go
Hmm.
and do the kind of things they had to do with it. I love the overhead camera shot.
Oh yeah, I did too. You can really see where Vince Gilligan got his ideas for his overhead camera shots. Is the X
Hmm.
Files. All those creative camera shots that Vince Gilligan did in Breaking Bad, he picked them right up on the X Files. But
Yeah.
the baby, when they took that out of the refrigerator and open it and show the baby, that is one messed up baby. That looked lifelike.
Mm-hmm.
That
Mm-hmm.
we have to really commend the makeup and special effects people on this episode, because they created some of these horrendous looking people.
Yes, they did. I'm trying to think if Greg Nicotero ever worked on X-Files.
Um,
He's like executive producer on The Walking Dead.
they might have.
Because his makeup work is amazing. All the walkers on Walking Dead, I mean, he designed them.
Mhm.
That's his designs.
What's the name again?
Greg Nicotero.
Greg Nicotero.
Yes. I know he has worked on a lot of horror movies. I know that. He's worked on a lot of movies.
If he hasn't worked on the X-Files, he should have.
I'd be surprised if he didn't.
It's yeah, I'm not seeing any work from the X-Files from him.
So he didn't. Well,
He has, yeah.
well, but as you mentioned, they did have very good makeup effects. They really did.
Yeah, those effects is really fucking horrible. They just
And
freaking
not
scary.
horrible in the sense of they're bad.
Yeah, not like they're bad or anything, but it's just so freaking scary.
Mm-hmm.
Those Neanderthal looking people and
Oh yeah,
the
the brother
peacocks.
slash father.
Oh my god. Yeah, so we found out that they're inbreeders, meaning
Uh huh.
incest. They like to inbreed. And the dude father his brother, and Mulder make a fantastic joke about that. He said when they were kids, that mean they could get grounded for playing with their toys.
I mean, yeah, a lot of inbreeding going on there.
Yeah, like I said, you would never see this on a modern update today. You would never see anything close to this modern today.
I wonder what they'll do with the revival. You know, will they have controversial episodes like this?
Oh, I hope they do. I really do. I really hope they have good episodes. There's
When the
already
revival, when the
the
revival, starts in January.
oh yeah, I can't wait. And Glenn Morgan and James Wong is a part of the revival, so their episodes is going to be good. So they're going to have the good ones.
Yeah. So let's see. Mulder and Scully are conducting the investigation into this. They find out about the peacocks. They decide to go to the house.
Yeah.
The deputy goes in. Unfortunately, he gets.
Oh wait a minute, we forgot a major point.
Oh,
The Johnny Mathis, wonderful,
yes, the
wonderful.
Johnny Mathis song, right? Where
Now,
they beat the poor sheriff to death.
yeah, so Andy Taylor dies because the peacocks come up to the house, lets themselves in because nobody ever locks the doors. It's a small town where everybody knows everybody. They come
Uh-huh.
in and they just kill Andy Taylor. You cannot kill Andy Taylor. You just cannot do
Hmm.
that. So they beat him up to death to a song. Johnny Mathis is wonderful, wonderful. Now, this is a fun fact, Henry. You didn't know this, but I didn't know this until I looked it up. But Johnny Mathis refused to let his version of Wonderful, Wonderful play during that. So what they did is they got a sound alike, and they used that
Oh,
sound alike. And I listened to the actual Johnny Mathis song, and it is spot on.
can't tell the difference.
You cannot tell the difference.
I thought it was Johnny Mathis when I heard the song on this episode. I thought, is that Johnny Mathis?
Yeah, it was a sound alike, and
Wow,
yeah. So big props to the sound alike.
that was
Big
amazing. They
props.
did an amazing job. Well,
Oh
I'm surprised he actually let the song be used, even though he did, even though it wasn't his version.
yeah, I'm surprised too. Um, yeah, the only thing I can compare that to is uh the scene, the prison scene, the prison shank scene in Breaking Bad,
Breaking Bad,
where
yeah.
they use a classic song. I forgot the guy who sang it, but it's a really good song. It's now that's gonna bug me. I'm going. I'll figure it out. But yeah, so they use Johnny Mathis's "Wonderful, Wonderful," and I cannot
Could
think.
you imagine if they use this now? If they use this song like Breaking Bad,
Oh, they should. Oh yeah, I totally agree. I hope they use it for Better Call Saul.
yeah, that would be interesting.
That would be interesting. You know, I don't think you can top it with beating a person to death in Better Call Saul. But I think you can use that wonderful, wonderful. But it shocked me when I'm like, Johnny Mathis, the guy who sang all them Christmas songs.
Yeah, yeah, he did sing all those Christmas songs and stuff. Yeah. Um.
Oh, and then they sniffed out, they found the Andy Taylor's wife hiding under the bed, and then they took the bed up and just start beating to death to her.
mm,
Well, yeah, we forgot to mention that, but oh my god, that is just. I can't remember when I first saw it. I'm like, holy shit! And watching it the second time, I knew what I knew I was going into this. I'm like, oh my god! I was surprised both of those times when I rewatched it. And I'm like, oh my god, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? But Henry, I gotta hear you guys. I gotta hear you, man. You're the virgin to this episode.
this that the surreal nature of that scene with the beating going on, to the strains of that Johnny Mathis song.
Hmm.
Just I actually thought it was a brilliant piece of editing. I thought
Hmm.
they actually did an excellent job, juxtaposing the song with the brutality that was going on.
Yeah.
And they had that white what was that car? Cadillac?
Oh, the white Cadillac.
Yeah. Had the fins on it like the classic 1960s Batmobile.
Yeah, it did. But
And that's what they drove around in, a classic car.
hmm um,
But
go ahead.
somehow I'm trying to remember how Mulder and Scully and the deputy were able to figure out that it was the peacocks that did this.
Well, I think it was just common knowledge. I mean, why would else who would else kill Annie Taylor except for the peacocks?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you remember, everybody knew everybody. Nobody would hurt anybody. Uh,
Yeah.
and what I gotta have to touch on is that I think the whole theme of this episode was about home and change, and possibly Scully, because the conversation between Mulder and Scully about getting pregnant and everything. Um, I think this episode could be before Leonard Betts.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think it might be before the episode Leonard Betts. Um, you got to watch Leonard Betts. The Leonard Betts is written by Vince Gilligan. It is a
Uh-huh.
great episode, and I'm trying to think. I think season 3 might have been Leonard Betts. It might be 4. Let me look it up here.
But
Yeah,
yeah, but
yeah. This is
now
before Leonard
they
Betts.
go to the house. They have to sneak up on the house because obviously, they don't want to be seen. So the
Hmm.
deputy goes in. He gets him. I guess what happened? Impaled or crushed or something?
Oh yeah, I think the axe cut his head off.
Yeah. Oh God.
So yeah, so they went into the peacock's house. It's booby
And then
trapped.
and then they just brutalized his corpse.
Yeah, and which I like was the foreshadowing of Mulder trying to get the TV to work, and you see the discovery, the Animal Planet station about the strongest of the pack, were feet off of the you know what I'm saying, the strongest of the pack, and they foreshadowed that into Mulder saying the strongest of the pack, which I really like. I really love the foreshadowing in the X-Files and Breaking Bad, and we also
Yeah.
got some more foreshadowing of the camera movement down. It pans down, and you see a tripwire, and you see a stake, and you know somebody is going to get freaking impaled by that stake, but you don't know who. So yeah, go ahead, Henry. I don't want to steal your thunder too much.
And what happens eventually is that Mulder and Scully use an interesting way to get into the house. They actually go in among the pigs.
Mhm.
They actually use the pigs, and then they set the pigs loose as a distraction.
Yeah.
Because the boys have to go, because the brothers / father have to go retrieve the pigs. And that's when Mulder and Scully go in the house. Eventually, one of the brothers shows up, but not before they find Mrs. Peacock under the bed.
Yeah.
And you talk about a twist. They
Oh
pull her out. She has no legs. She has no arms.
I know that. I'm like,
She's strapped down
to
to a little.
this wooden gurney.
Yeah.
But we got to touch. We have to touch back. But we don't see her in the beginning. We do see her eyes in the beginning.
Yeah, we do see her eyes.
We
We hear
see
her
her eyes
voice
in the beginning, and then we hear her voice. And I'm like, this cannot be good. As soon as we hear her voice, it is hoarse, it's raspy. And the woman that played Mrs. Peacock, I looked her up, and she's not really bad looking. She's pretty good looking, which goes to show how awesome this makeup is.
I mean, the fact that they would trap her under the bed like that, and
But she wasn't trapped against her will.
yeah, that's true.
So the Mama Peacock really signed off on this.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently we get to hear more information about Mrs. Peacock. She loves her boys so much that she'll do anything for them. And that's what she was trying to tell Scully. You don't have any kids, so you won't understand. And this is really, really important, Henry, because later in the in the series, we find out that Scully cannot produce kids. Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! I forgot to say that, but I'm not going to tell you how we find out or why she can't produce kids. But later in the series, we found out that she cannot produce kids, or maybe we might have already found out that she can't produce kids. It might be in season 2 or 3 that we found out she cannot produce kids. It might be later in season 4, but we found out somewhere along that she can't produce kids, and which makes that talk really, really strong to her because she hasn't have any kids yet. She hasn't. She either A, knows that she can't produce, or B, she doesn't know that she can't outproduce yet. So little spoiler right there, but it's a very important part of the story for me not to touch on that.
Well, yeah, I'm sure I'll find out eventually exactly what the deal is with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just this episode, and of course, Mulder is getting into the fight with the boys.
Yeah.
So
the big climax, they come in, they fight, and one of the boys, I don't know which one, the Neanderthal looking one, foreshadowing alert, trips on the tripwire, gets the stake impaled in his back, and immediately dies. And if you look really close, you can still see the dude breathing. The guy, the actor. I'm a sucker to these things. I can spot that a mile away, but yeah, you can see the dude still breathing. But
Now, let's see. Now, of course, Scully was like, hold on, Mrs. Peacock, we'll get you out of here.
yeah, but Mrs. Peacock didn't want to go.
No.
She wanted to stay. She wanted to stay home, and she didn't want anything to change, which really is like a really biggie on this whole story right here. Is that
Mhm.
they talk the whole story is that the town does not want to change. The Peacocks do not want to change. But
Mm-mm.
here's Mulder and Scully coming in and forcing that change upon them.
Mhm. And eventually, I mean, I'm trying to think how many of them survived. I think the other two boys survived.
Both boys died, and only one
Oh,
survived.
yeah, that's right.
Edmund survived. Edmund the Peacock, as the main head peacock, I guess it was the dad, the bald one,
Uh-huh.
survived. And
And also the mother, because he had the mother with
the
him.
mother, yeah. So what happened was is that the two peacocks distract Mulder and Scully while Edmund can retrieve the mother and take her to safety.
Yeah, yeah, just and I mean, this was my God, this episode.
So I think we touched on all the fucked up parts.
We did, we did.
But, so the dude Edmund. Now I love the ending. The ending is terrific. You hear Mrs. Peacock saying, "Hey, we're gonna go somewhere else where everybody doesn't know us and we'll live our own lives."
Hmm.
The dude comes out of the fucking trunk of the car
Uh-huh.
and drives off. I'm like,
Yep.
oh my god.
And once again, the song by Johnny Mathis, playing in the
Song
background.
plays in the background and they drive off. Now, this
They
episode.
they must love that song because that's the song that they would constantly play.
Now, it fits. I don't know how, I don't know why, but somehow it fits.
It does. It really does.
It,
It's very Breaking Badish.
it is. It
That
is.
element is very much like Breaking Bad.
Because,
It's just
I
like
mean,
something they would do on Breaking Bad.
if you didn't know this, this wasn't written. If you're a newbie, if you watch Breaking Bad and see this episode, you instantly think this is written by Vince Gilligan
Yeah.
because of all the camera work, of the song choice. But it's not. It's Glenn Morgan and James Wong, and it's fantastic.
Yeah.
You can see where Vince Gilligan to get his inspiration on all this.
Yes.
But
Yes, you
yeah,
can.
this is so I cannot think of a song. When I first saw this, I'm like, what other song can they use by Johnny Mathis besides Wonderful? I'm like, I can't think of a song. I can't
That
think
that
of any
that
other
one
song.
that one, like you said, it fit and it was appropriate.
It fits. It's appropriate. Maybe because of the car that they drive, because it's the same era. Or
Yes.
maybe because it might be the message in the song. But it
Mm-hmm.
fits. I just can't pinpoint why or how it fits. I'm gonna post this video of this the original hangout to some X Files groups that I'm a part of, and I'll let one X File group, Henry. You have to take a test because you have to be a hardcore fan,
Oh yeah.
and you probably won't pass yet.
No, I probably
So
won't.
so I'll wait before I recommend you. But there's another X Files group. It's like over 3,000 people that all have. I'll let you join in on that one.
Cool, cool.
I'll send you the link to that one.
Sweet.
But maybe the hardcore X Files fans can answer this. How does that song fit into this horrific, great episode? I just can't think of how it fits. It fits, but I don't know how.
There's something about the song that's it's just strangely appropriate. You know,
Yeah.
just like I mean, and you may indeed be correct about it being inspiration for Vince Gilligan for Breaking Bad.
Oh, a lot of these X Files episodes is inspiration.
You know, and you know, there may be X-Files fans who are watching this and are like, Breaking Bad, you know, and they don't know a thing about Breaking Bad.
Well, if you are a fan of the X Files, Vince Gilligan wrote on the X Files. He wrote and directed some episodes on the X Files. He went on and created Breaking Bad. We do Breaking Bad casts. Basically, what we do is what we're doing now is discussing the episode and talking about all the great camera work and all the great writing and all that. And if you're watching this, check out the Breaking Bad cast. Check out Breaking Bad. It is a freaking awesome show. I recommend it to anyone. I'll even recommend the X Files to anyone because it's great. It's, you know, I'm not a really big on sci-fi like Star Trek and Star Wars, but the X Files is sci-fi and it's something I can get interested in. It's just awesome.
X-Files is like sci-fi slash horror slash conspiracy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's great. And you haven't even gotten to the Smoking Man yet.
No,
You
oh
haven't.
man.
And William B. Davis, he is terrific. The first episode I've seen William B. Davis in, he was in the pilot. You saw him. He was in the background.
Yeah, I
He
did
was
see him in the pilot.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was before he started to speak. He went into like 3 episodes. He doesn't speak for those episodes. The very first episode that he speaks in, I'm like, I want to see more of this guy. And then I'm like Googling Wikipedia and looking up William B. Davis and seeing which episodes that he's in because I'm like, I cannot wait to see William B. Davis in these episodes. And one episode we have to discuss is Musings of the Cigarette Smoking Man.
Oh, that should be interesting.
And it is a terrific episode.
I've heard all these things about the cigarette smoking man. You know?
Oh my God, he is a villain that you want to see more and more of.
Kind of like Gus.
Yes, he is similar to Gus, but he's not as crazy and psychopathic as Gus.
Speaking of Breaking Bad, I was flipping channels a couple of nights ago, and on AMC, about 4 o'clock in the morning, they had Better Call Saul on.
Why 4 o'clock in the morning?
I know, man. Yeah, it was the
4
second episode. It's one where Nacho went to see.
Tuco.
Jimmy.
Yes, Tuco. It was episode 2 was Nacho, and we saw Tuco.
Yeah, Tuco
Yep.
was on at the beginning of the episode. This was
He
one
was-
where near the end, Nacho went to see Jimmy about you know,
The Kettlemans.
the Kettlemans. Yes, the
Yes.
Kettlemans. Right.
Yeah, the Kettlemans. So
And of course, our man Mike was on this episode as
Yeah.
the parking lot attendant.
But yeah, I really think that they should have not shown Tuco at all in the beginning of the first episode. They should have just shown the dude's hand and cut to black. That would be just enough to hook. And then the second episode, let it be Tuco. Then I like Vince Gilligan, but I don't think they should have shown Tuco at all.
Yeah, but I think it gave the fans a nice little Easter egg.
Yeah, it did.
You know, the fans of Breaking Bad, nice little Easter egg. Like,
Yeah.
Tuco. You know.
Because as soon as I saw Tuco, I'm on Twitter. I'm like, holy shit, Tuco! I was like, when I went to bed, I'm like, oh my God, Tuco's here. What's going to happen? What's going to happen?
And of course, Gonzo, or as he was also known, No-Dos, our buddy
there.
Jesus Jr.
Oh yeah, Jesus Jr. is terrific.
Yeah.
But going back onto the X-Files, because this is the X-Files. It's so this is something we're testing out. It's something new. I think it went off without a hitch. This is called the X-Cast X-Files discussion, and I wanted to spice things up since the X-Files is mainly the hardcore fan base likes aliens and the conspiracy theories. I've decided we do a Bigfoot show called Real or Not Real. So let's incorporate Real or Not Real into the X-Files. So I've got 2 videos of aliens that we can discuss on. But before I'm trying to think if we forgot anything about home. I think we
hit on all the major points.
I think we touched on the major points.
Yeah, I think we hit on all of it. So
I think we hit on all of it. Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Um,
go. Let's go. Real or not real? X-Files edition. Nice.
X-Files edition.
I like it.
I've been looking at the X-Files Wikipedia page. It's a Wikipedia page devoted to the X-Files. I even looked up Wonderful, Wonderful, and they
Uh-huh.
said it may be likely the song is their favorite song, and it describes the positive view on disgusting life that they lead.
Aha.
Interesting. Interesting take on that.
Yes.
Take on that.
That is
But
a
let's
very interesting take. Oh,
but
real
let's
great alien footage caught on tape. Oh boy.
I'm sure in this. But this is gonna be fun. Let me turn this off. Apparently, 1987, a Mexican officer received the following footage from the secret military base located in the United States. Uh, Revealed that Mexico abides by the Information Exchange Protocol, which formally grants neighboring governments the authority to secretly solicit and exchange sensitive information regarding celestial beings, space travel, and extraterrestrial technologies. Oh man, we're getting X Files right now because what I've said is just freaking X Files. All right, so this is a military base called G13. Apparently, this is not Area 54.
Everett 51.
Area 51, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why I got 54 at. All right, so here, oh my god.
What in the world?
All right, so there's the alien and alleged alien. You can't see my quotation marks, but alleged alien. Um, Apparently this is done just like something like 7mm film. Um, it looks CG.
Yeah. I mean, it's freaky looking, but it's
It's
really
quick. It's too quick.
it's extremely easy these days to create stuff, especially through CGI. I mean,
Yeah.
this is
More videos are being processed and will be uploaded soon.
that
So,
was this was August 30th, 2012, so we're talking nearly 3 years ago.
3 years ago. So let's see if there is more videos on here. But yeah, that looks too CG to me.
Mm-hmm.
And we always say this is red flags, that the video is too short and too quick.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's
Kind
red
of
flag for
kind of
me.
like that North Carolina video from last week.
Exactly.
Supposed Sasquatch video.
Yep. But yeah, that it looks too CG to me.
Mm-hmm.
This is something.
Mm-hmm.
This is something you see in the X Files, a CG alien.
Yes. What
So,
is that?
oh my God, what the hell?
What the hell is that?
All right, let's check that out.
There's
We,
some
we got
more
an hour to fill, so let's.
There's some more freaky shit.
All right, alien footage by Boyd Bushman. This is apparently he passed away in 2014. Ooh, Area 51. We got some Area 51 stuff up here. All
Uh-huh.
right. Oh my, this is a photograph. So, could this could ooh my God. All
What
right.
in the hell?
Can this be? Oh my. Okay. Is this an autopsy? Is the dead? Is it dead?
What in the hell?
Okay, now that's freaky. That's the most freakiest thing I've ever seen.
That one's freaky.
All right. Now we have to take in consideration that this could be a plastic alien or something to that extent. It could be fake, but I'm, I don't know what to think of this. This is difficult to me.
That was freaky.
Yeah, it was.
Whatever it was.
Okay, let's read the description here. Real alien footage, Boyd Bushman, 2014. Close up of evidence, extraterrestrial beings, provided by Boyd Bushman. Shortly before Bushman passed away on August 7th, 2014, He was recorded speaking about his personal involvement with Area 51, UFOs, aliens. Boyd was a retired senior scientist for Lockhart Martin.
Lockheed Martin. That's like
Lockheed Martin. Yeah.
That's one of the top aerospace. I mean, they build a lot of military planes. Yeah.
So Area 51, basically. Well, I'm Google searching Boyd Bushman right now and seeing what about the video. And let's go to Snoops and all right. So this is what we saw. We got a better view of it, and it looks fake.
Yeah. Yes, that does. Look at that.
Yeah.
That looks a little bit like what do you call it? Like a Halloween decoration.
It does. So it's fake. So false alarm. But let's go back and see some of these videos right here. There's a lot of them. All right. So here's the second one. Real alien caught on tape that we just saw. That looks CG. I'm going with CG. So the Boyd Bushman photos are fake. But let's go with this one. This is 50 seconds long. This is the second one. For this one, I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's fake. I'm going to go with CG on this one.
Yeah, I'm going to say both of them are fake.
Yeah, this has got to be CG. Because the movement is too good.
Stiff. It's very stiff, and
It is. Because anything can be fake nowadays.
It is way too freaking easy to fake something like that. Yeah, it's real easy to fake something like that.
Let's see what kind of videos else they've got. All right. Let's check. Apparently, aliens like to pretend they're Bigfoot and step in the woods. Let's check this out. All right. The following footage was captured by 2 military officers while investigating a UFO site crash in 1982. Vocal. Okay, so why would an alien be out in the fucking woods? I'm gonna go fake. You know what? I'm gonna go back to that dude's YouTube channel in a minute, and it's too short because it's already on 31 seconds. It's too short.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with fake on this one. I think this dude is probably a guy that dabbles in CG, and he's creating these videos.
Yep.
All right, here we go. This is a still. Okay? So now we got to put circles around it. It's not like I can't see it. It's right there in front of me. Why you got to put a circle around it? I think this dude was looking at too many Bigfoot videos and decides, well, I got to put a circle around it.
Yeah.
Great, aliens. Let's do this one. This is gonna be scary.
Whoa!
Very scary. All right. Okay, so this is like production value right here.
I was watching Mysteries of the Museum last night.
Oh yeah,
and they had a story. They had a story where it was in Georgia, back in I think the '60s, where these three young men claimed that they ran across a green alien that was laying on the road dead. Or I can't remember if they hit it with their vehicle or what, or supposedly hit it with their vehicle. But it was, and they said they saw 3 of them, and 2 of them got away, and the other one was, I think, hit by their car. And they claim that there was a UFO close by.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that one.
And what eventually happened was they found out that these 3 young men had gotten a monkey, cut its tail off, and painted it green.
Oh my, oh my God.
They
Yeah, I've
hoaxed it.
heard of that.
That looks like a man. Look at that. It looks like a man with a
That looks like the
mustache.
Fluke Monster. All right, it's on an X-Files episode, Henry. If you don't know what I'm talking about, the Fluke Man, and it's season 2, and it's a really good episode. Yeah, I think this dude is a production dude. He wants to dabble in movies, and he just faked this.
Uh-huh.
But let's go back to this dude. I think this dude is a CG guy.
Uh-huh. Oh, excuse me.
Hans Faulkner. Yeah, I think this
Hmm.
dude's probably dabbled in CG and he created those videos.
Yep.
This one apparently is interrogation UFO alien by the KGB.
But these 3 young men I was talking about, they eventually became a laughing stock, especially in Atlanta. I think that's where they were from. Because they
Oh yeah.
hoaxed that alien. They said it was a dead alien.
Now I remember that back in Russia they did a hoax. It was like a chicken carcass.
Huh.
Yeah, I think the guys. It was recent too. The guys like it was like out in Russia, and they come across this dead alien, claimed to be alien. It turned out to be a cut up chicken, and they sewed like a fake head on it or something.
Weird.
Okay, so this is good. All right,
Well.
we got a body right here. Now, if this is real, it is some of the best footage ever. Why can't we get Bigfoot footage like this? All right, so this is I think this footage, yeah, this footage has been circulating for a while,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it was like CG, wasn't it?
That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, I think.
supposed these supposed aliens dressed up in a space suit. It looks like some kind of a suit.
Yeah, I saw that. Oh, right here. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, that looks CG.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, this has been a bust. Although fun, fun.
Yeah.
I was hoping we could get some good footage here, but apparently we only get CG footage.
Remember, we looked at some footage of one, which looked
Of
like
what?
it was an alien. Looked like it was like shot on videotape or film. I can't remember which.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's
We did that for a real or not real.
oh yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this has been fun.
Yeah.
Because well, we talked home, and it's a classic. It's going to be my five favorite X Files episodes. Um, let's see here. Let's see here. What? I'm going to pull an episode right now since this has been successful. Let's do another one. Um, let's do one that you've already seen in 2 weeks. How about that? Is that good for
Okay.
you?
Okay. We can do that.
All right. So you've only seen like a couple of episode season 1, right?
I think I watched the pilot, and then there was the second
Deep
episode.
Throat,
Yeah,
Squeeze. Let's
and
do
Squeeze.
Squeeze. Squeeze.
Squeeze,
Squeeze is a classic.
yes.
Squeeze, and it's
Oh,
another one from Glenn Morgan and James Wong.
oh, that one was written by them too.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah,
So yeah, let's
I was
yeah.
gonna suggest let's do that episode.
Squeeze. Squeeze is a good one.
Yeah.
We can't talk Squeeze without Tombs. So we got to do Squeeze and Tombs back to back because they deal with the same person,
Uh-huh.
Victor Tombs. It deals with the same person. So you got to watch Squeeze and you got to watch Tombs, Henry.
Okay.
So in 2 weeks, so September 4th.
Yep.
All right. So September 4th at 8 o'clock.
That's gonna be Labor Day weekend.
Ooh, so you doing anything that weekend?
No, I'm just
All
pointing
right.
out that's Labor Day weekend.
All right. I mean, if you want to, we can move it to the 11th.
No. Let's do
All
it.
right.
Let's do it.
All right. So let's do Squeeze and Tombs on September 4th at 8 o'clock.
All right.
And,
Yeah.
and we're not gonna, we're not gonna talk all of the X-Files episodes because there's 200 of them.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull some X-Files episodes out, the good ones, and discuss those. But yeah, so Squeeze and Tombs on that one. Let's I'm trying to think. So if you want to join in on the discussion, message me on Facebook because we had issues last time we done this on Breaking Bad. Well, some trolls got a hold of it and trolled the hell out of us. So message me on Facebook if you're interested in discussing Squeeze and Tombs on the 4th of September. We will be, and so this is going to be, I think the test went well. We're going to have fun when the new ones come out. To recap the new ones, the new episodes, the first one is My Struggle. The second one is Home Again. Mulder and Scully Meet the Weremonster. And Babylon.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really excited for those episodes, particularly Mulder and Scully Meet the Weremonster. I think that's going to be a classic of the whole revival, the whole resurrection, if you will, of the X-Files.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think that's it. So meet us here September 4th for Squeeze and Tombs. And I gotta say, Squeeze is a great one, and Tombs, Henry, wait until you see Tombs. But you got to keep watching in order, Henry, because this is how you get, because you the only ones you can watch out of order is the Monster of the Week ones, because it has no affiliation with the whole story arc or anything. But you got to watch in order. You have to watch in order. So we'll see you here on the 4th. Squeeze and Tombs. Good night, everybody.